Hey, how we doing? It's Justin here. Just come up to the woods today. This weekend is it's the last proper weekend for pheasant shooting, and pheasant shooting ends on 31st of January, but this is obviously like the last weekend of it. So I've just come up in the woods today. I've actually spoken to the landowner of the wood that I'm in, where I have my permission, and he's not doing any shooting and that up here today, so that gives me the opportunity to come down to just a different part of the wood and do some little bits with some coppicing, because one of the things I actually do in the wood is I help them with coppicing. This wood is actually it's classed as an SSSI, so a Site of Specific Scientific Interest. It's designated that through Natural England, and it's a very old ancient wood. Predominantly it's pedunculate oak. I can never know how to pronounce that. Pedunculate oak, and also stands of hornbeam, which we can see up here. So the hornbeam is a very, very hard wood, and that's been coppiced. And in the wood, it's not kind of been managed properly for quite a while, so now they're actively starting to work to re-encouraging that growth and the coppicing, and I help out when I can do. So so I've just come up here. So yeah, predominantly pedunculate oak, hornbeam. There is hazel. There's a lot of hazel, and we're also sort of coppicing a fair bit of that at the moment. There is the odd one or two silver birch. There is some ash. I think there's an ash. There's an ash over there. This is a young one, but there are ash in here as well, and there's hawthorn. So yeah, it's a great little wood. I've just got myself some stands of hazel which I've cut down, and I'm just gonna come up a bit further into the wood, and you'll see what I mean by all the hornbeam that's kind of not been worked for a while, and it's going to be taken right back in a lot of the areas. So as you can see, as I'm walking past, all these big pollarded stands of hornbeam. There's a massive, massive oak tree just there. So yeah, one of the things that I'm doing today is I've just got myself some hazel, and I'm just going to show you some bits when I go and sit down in a little bit, what I'm using the hazel for. So I'll catch up with you again in a minute. Bye. Hey, how we doing? So I've just found myself a little spot to come up to, so I'm behind the camera at the moment. I've just got this low down, because obviously what you can start to see is obviously in this wood, because it's an ancient woodland, is all the shoots of the bluebells which are starting to come out. This wood will be absolutely covered in them, and that's something I can't wait for. So what I've done is I've just got myself set up by a great big old oak tree, because the wind's coming from behind that oak tree, so that offers me a bit of natural cover. So that's it, just get myself sorted out. Yeah, so this acts as a nice bit of wind cover. So so I've been up here quite a bit, and so I've done a bit of coppicing and helped out with them a few times, and I've just taken some stands of hazel and that today, because again the hazel's not really been coppiced properly for a while, and I'm allowed to actually come and do that at my own sort of free will, because they've obviously seen that I know what I'm about, and what I can do for them. So I've got a few staves of this, and one of the things I like about hazel is it provides a really good burn. It does burn really good, burns really fast. However, these will burn now. If I was to cut these down, these would burn now, no problem. But obviously, it is seasoned. It's green, and it needs seasoning. So So what I would actually do is I would actually like cut these down and get these staves down. Generally for like bigger fires, I'm looking for ones around about this big, and what I do is I get them cut down to the size that I want, and then I would just kind of leave them. I'd leave them to season, because that way once they sort of dried out and they've had a good seasoning, they're just going to burn much better. They'll burn for longer and still provide a really good burn. But one of the other things that I wanted to actually do today was use some of this. I'm just going to pop my knife down and let's just get this undone. So this is one of my waxed canvas foraging bags that I got from a Caledonian mercantile company. So this is one of my waxed canvas foraging bags, and what I want to do, get that stuck into the ground, is I want to start to take some of the outer bark off. I'm pretty comfortable with my position. I don't really need my gloves for this, and what I want to do is get long strips of this off. So it's green, so it comes off really well. And one of the reasons that I want to do this is this stuff I will leave to dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest a lot of this off of the staves that I've just made, and as I say, just carefully running it down, because this wood is green, it's coming off really easily. And I'm going to get a load of this together and I'm going to let it dry. And then what I'm actually going to use it for, so there's a knot just on there that I'm working around, trying to get the lengths all pretty much the same, so I'm just working one area at a time. And say I'll get this dried out, and once it's dried, it makes an absolutely fantastic kindling sauce, and that's it's brilliant, absolutely fantastic. I've done it before. Let's say dry it out, gather it together, bundle it up, and this stuff, obviously it's not going to stay nice and straight. It will draw up, it will dry out, it will stop being green, it will dry out and go more brown, and once it's all dried out and you gather it in, it makes an absolutely fantastic tinder sauce. It's dry, it will take a spark really easy. So that's what I'm going to continue to do with this. Say I've run out of this stuff, I haven't had any for a while, and I'm just going to gather this all up and add to my sauce. So one of the other things that I would actually do is on bigger pieces of this, I've mentioned this in one of my videos before, about 5 to 6 inches long, maybe about 2 inches wide, you can get about 5 of those into a firebox stove, and that will give you a really good burn. So you lay them around inside the firebox stove, put your tinder sauce in, get it going, boom, good burn. One of the other things that I also do with this is, again on slightly bigger staves, is I get them probably about 15 inches, cut them down, again a good 2 to 3 inches in thickness, and what I would actually do is get those into the ground a bit. I'm going to make a fire, and I make my own version of like a Swedish fire torch. So I would actually get loads of them in a circle, reasonably close together, put loads of your tinder, your tiny little bits that you're going to put in there with this stuff and other little twigs and that, throw a spark on that, get it going, and I just nice real concentrated like fire torch like that. It's my version of a freestanding fire torch that you can just make, and as they because it burns quickly, as it burns I carefully push in as they slowly start to go, and then you can just get a continued fire going. So that's what I'm going to crack on with today. A little bit of foraging some more of this stuff, some thicker staves, get a load more of this done. So I'll catch you later on. Cheers, something worth trying. Bye.